welcome to Math Lesson 45. We are going to start off with a quick review of your measures. Here we go. 1 minute equals 60 seconds. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. 1 yard equals 36 inches. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. 1 day equals 24 hours. 1 yard equals 3 feet. 1 pint equals 2 cups. 1 foot equals 12 inches. 1 quart equals 2 pints. And back to the beginning, 1 minute equals 60 seconds. Nicely done. Today's lesson, we have 2 things that we're learning. We're learning about 5 as a divisor, and we're learning about thermometers. So we'll learn about thermometers in the second part of our lesson. Make sure that you have page 89 out and ready to go, because we're going to be doing a lot of work on the paper. So first I want you to look at my coins down here on the bottom of my board. I have pennies first. These pennies are worth how much? 1 cent, right? Each penny is worth 1 cent. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 5 pennies is 5 cents. And 5 cents is what a nickel equals. So 5 pennies are the same as 1 nickel. So every nickel is worth 5 cents. If I say that I have 15 cents and I want to know how many nickels 15 cents would be, this is what I can do. I know that each nickel is worth 5 cents. So I need to divide 15 by 5, and that will give me the number of groups of 5. And each group of 5 is equal to 1 nickel. So the number of groups of 5 I have are the number of nickels I have. Como así? So I have 15 cents. I'm going to divide that by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. I put my 3 over the 5. So I've done my first step of division, which is divide. What's next? Multiply. So now I have 3 times 5, which equals 15. Now I do my next step, which is subtract. 15 minus 15 is 0. I compare 0 to 5. 0 is less than 5, so I'm good to go. I cannot bring anything down because there's nothing left. I have no remainder, so my answer is 3. So 15 cents is the same as 3 nickels. We are talking about dividing by 5s today, so we are going to use pennies and nickels to help us with that. Look at number 1 on your paper. It says write the quotients for the 5 division table. On your paper, you have pennies to help you out. Well, to save space on my board, I used nickels instead. So you have a group of 5 pennies. For each group of 5 pennies, I have a nickel, because a nickel is worth 5 pennies. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and yours keeps going. So when you count your pennies, you count in groups of 5. This is how we use it to help us. Letter A says 10 divided by 5 equals, so let's find what 10 divided by 5 is. So I'm going to count to 10 in groups of 5. The number of groups that it takes will be my answer. So let's start. Count with me. You count on your pennies and I will count here on the board. 5, 10. I just reached 10. How many groups was that? 1, 2. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. There are 2 groups of 5 in 10. Let's try letter B. Letter B is 15 divided by 5. So we'll count to 15. 5, 10, 15. How many groups was that? 1, 2, 3. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. Let's do the next one. Letter C is 20 divided by 5. 20 divided by 5. So let's count to 20 by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. I stopped right there. How many groups was that? 4 groups. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. Let's do one more. 25 divided by 5. This is letter D. Oops. Let's move it over a little. 25, sorry for my handwriting, it's really bad today, divided by 5. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. That's all that you need to do to finish number 1. Number 2 is write the quotients. You're dividing by 2s, 3s, and 4s, which you've already worked on before. Number 3 says use the pictograph to answer the questions. We're going to do number 3 together. There's nothing to look at on my board, so you just have to listen to me, okay? So use the pictograph to answer the questions. What is the title of your pictograph? It says lunch choices, pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken nuggets. What's the title? It's the part that's right at the top of the graph that says lunch choices. That's your title, lunch choices. How many students chose hamburgers? Well, let's look at our graph. We have smiley faces to show who's choosing each one. The smiley face represents 5 students. So when you count the smiley faces, you have to count by 5s. For hamburgers, you have 4 smiley faces. So we count those 4 by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. So how many students chose hamburgers? 20. Letter C, which was the least favorite choice? So which one did the smallest number of students pick? Which one has the lowest number of smiley faces? Hot dogs, that's right. So hot dogs was the least favorite. And letter D, how many more students chose pizza than chicken nuggets? Well, let's count the students that chose pizza. How many chose pizza? Let's count it together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35 students chose pizza. So 35 for pizza. Now let's find out how many chose chicken nuggets. Okay, let's count them together. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 25 for chicken nuggets. To find out how many more, we're going to subtract. 5 minus 5 is 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. So 10 more students chose pizza than chicken nuggets. Which one would you choose? I would choose the pizza. Maybe you would choose the hamburger, I don't know. But that would be fun, yum. Okay, now turn your page over. We're going to talk about temperature.